Australian Parliament is made up of the upper and lower houses. The upper house, known as the Senate, represents the states. The lower house, known as the House of Representatives, represents the electorate. The majority party of the House of Representatives forms government. The appointed leader in the majority party becomes Prime Minister. He then selects a council of senior ministers known as Cabinet. The Constitution of Australia does not recognise the Cabinet as a legal entity, and its decisions have no legal force. Laws are passed in Parliament by majority vote. Cabinet meetings are held in secret and the minutes are confidential. Commonwealth Cabinet minutes are only released to the public after 30 years.
Kita punya keluarga semua sudah meninggal, tinggal kita yang di sini. Dengan apa anak-anak ini? Dia pasukan biar turun saja.
In 1998, Lieutenant Colonel Lance Collins was asked to examine the state of East Timor and submit a high-level intelligence estimate. A high-level intelligence estimate goes way beyond normal intelligence analysis by examining the whole picture of historical information and recent events to predict what intentions and plans an adversary may be making. He finished his report in July 1998 and it had three major findings. Firstly, that East Timor would continue to push for independence. Secondly, the Indonesian military would violently oppose any moves to independence. And finally, the high-level intelligence estimate said Australia may be called upon to provide a UN peacekeeping force. After the intelligence estimate was submitted, Australian Prime Minister John Howard wrote a letter to then Indonesian President B.J. Habibie. In that letter, John Howard was in full support of Indonesia maintaining its occupation of East Timor. Here's a reading of part of that letter. My dear President, I want to emphasise that Australia's support for Indonesian sovereignty is unchanged. It has been a long-standing Australian position that the interests of Australia, Indonesia and East Timor are best served by East Timor remaining part of Indonesia. It might be worth considering a means of addressing the East Timorese desire for an act of self-determination in a manner that avoids an early and final decision on the future status of the province. This would allow time to convince the East Timorese of the benefits of autonomy within the Indonesian Republic. The high-level intelligence estimate came to fruition. Australian intelligence agencies reported that the Indonesian military was coordinating violence against East Timorese independence supporters from the very beginning. The Australian Department of Intelligence reported as early as January 1999 that the militia violence in East Timor was coordinated by the Indonesian military.
Yesterday, AM reported on 3 leaked Defence Intelligence Organisation